Wave 1, Goblins incoming. I'd spent everything I had on traps, carefully placed, covering what I thought was the main approach. The goblins came from a completely different direction, walked straight past all of it, and I had to fight the whole first wave with just a sword and a gun. No traps, no back attack. Just me panicking in first person while a horde of goblins tried to kick my castle door in. Luckily, wave 1 is pretty forgiving. I had time to figure it out, and I'd completely missed that there were 3 separate routes. Fangstorm is a first-person wave defense game from solo dev Jamie Janas. You're an orc resurrected as a demigod defending your castle from goblin hordes. 6 waves in the demo, each one harder than the last. Between waves you spend gold on defences, flame towers, floor spikes, spinning sword dummies that work like a blender set to goblin. The game tells you which routes enemies are taking before each wave, which is generous and which I was reading wrong for longer than I'd like to admit. My verdict is a play. Once I understood there were 3 routes, the game opened up. My favourite setup was heavily trapped kill zones, spikes on the floor, sword dummies spinning at chest height. And then I'd stand back and pick off stragglers with the gun. The gun has a cooldown, which stops you just hiding at the back and sniping all run. When it runs dry, you close the distance with the sword. Switching between the 2 felt clean, no fumbling, no awkward transitions. You're just suddenly in the fight. The goblins escalate properly. Armoured ones that soak up hits, tall ones with better reach and more health. The panic of wave 1, where you're using pure combat to cover for a bad plan, is different feeling to wave 5, where a goblin in full armour walks through your spike trap like it isn't there and you have to deal with it personally. The wall and ceiling traps were where I hit a snag. Some of the options need the service to attach to, and the castle layout doesn't give you ones that you want them. A few runs in, I started wishing I could build a temporary wall just to mount something on. That feeling is probably more of a full release edition rather than a problem with the demo. After a few runs I stopped fearing death, not because it got easier, but because I'd worked out a pattern that held. The demo's 6 waves take about 10 to 15 minutes, which is right length for a playtest, but leaves you wanting more difficulty ceiling to push against. No Steam reviews yet. It's a time-gated playtest for this one, so it might not be available anymore. Full release yet to be confirmed. Chaotic, energetic, and smarter than it looks in the first bloody 30 seconds of your run. I play the demos, you play the hits. I see you on the next one.